Morning, class. This is me talking to you about your data. You should have an appropriate name for your qualitative data table. Wash's effect on the distance travel. I recorded in tiles. Next thing you want to do is copy this data into a Google Sheet. Now, in Google Sheets, you're going to want to then convert this into the correct data, which is down here. And here, to do average, you just go click into the box. You go equals. Mine will pull up average. If it doesn't, up here on the right, there's a summation, and you can pull up average here. So I'm going to do it there. And then I'm going to go over here, highlight it, enter it. And then what you can do is copy that straight down, and that'll give you your average data. Why isn't you copying? Control C and V. It's being pig-headed. There it goes. All right, let's go down to this one, do the same thing, and click in average. There it is. Give my row and enter. A lot of times it'll come in a little checkbox that'll say, do you want to fill in the rest of the box? And yes, you would. So now this is the correct data table I want to do. And now I need to name the data table and turn it into a chart. So you highlight your thing, make sure you include the header and your independent variable column. And now you're going to go to graph, which is the third from the right icon. And now you don't want a bar chart. You want a scatter plot. And there's the scatter plot. Now, the next thing you've got to do is you want to make sure, let me grab this and put it over here. You see switch rows and columns, don't do that. That's the one you want. You notice that you don't have appropriate headings and stuff on this. So now we're going to go over to customize, and we're going to go chart and tax axis. So here, Control A, the mass added by washers effect on distance traveled and centimeters. And get rid of that one there, boom, enter. Now I need to get the left hand over here. Those are your independent variable, typically is on the y-axis, and that's your vertical axis, and that should be distance in centimeters plus or minus 0.05 centimeters. Boom. And next, you want to go to horizontal axis. I'm not sure what just happened there. I'm supposed to put that on the vertical axis. Distance in centimeters plus or minus 0.05 centimeters. Enter. There it is. And now we're going to do the vertical axis, horizontal axis, which is the mass added. So this is mass added 0 to 4 washers. So this is going to be one washer. This data table is somewhere from else. Okay, 2 washers, 3 washers, if you have your headers set correctly, this wouldn't have been an issue for washers. I did not fix mine. I was manipulating Dustin's earlier. Okay, now it's correct. Now, the next thing you want to do is go to the colors of the run don't matter at all. So let's go back to customization. And up here, you may need to go to customize. Not sure where it went. Where's my customization at? There it comes. So customize. Now I need to go to the series. The only one I really care about is the average. So I'm going to go down here and select the average. I'm going to change its shape and size. First, I'm going to make it ginormous as I can, which is 14. I'm going to change its color to black because I want it to be really obvious. And then I want to change its shape from a circle to a diamond. And I want to put in a trend line, and I want data labels. So now I've got all the labels on there. I've got this real pretty trend line in there, and it is definitely decreasing as it goes to the right. Now, what you want to do with this point is you're wanting to copy this graph into your lab. So click out, click on. There's 3 dots in the upper right corner for copying. So copy, go to your document, and then you're going to insert it as a graph under the analysis portion. So when you insert it under the analysis portion, you want to select drawing because you can then highlight and give it notes, new. And you're going to go B, paste. I don't like it linked because if I make a change to my data table, it'll mess up my graph. But here it is. Now, things that you're going to want to do in analysis are, there's a couple of wild data points. There's a data point that's wild. There's a pretty wild data point. That took the average quite a bit higher there. There's a data point obviously under here that's kind of wild. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put letters in there. And to do that, in here, I want text boxes. So here, I'm going to put letter A. That's my trend. I'm going to go letter B. That crazy data point up there, letter B. I'm going to go to this letter over here, this wild C. And make that C. And those, A is the trend line. All right. And now I'm going to input it in. And under analysis, I would go here. I'd go up here to organizing my data points. Why is that? I want to pick what that's going to give me. Why aren't you giving me this? Oh, there we go. All right. So now I'm going to go here, A, decreasing as mass is increased. And here you'd want to put in the range. B, this piece of data does not appear to be consistent to others in two washer, I think is what that was. Runs. See, this data point is not consistent with one washer. I think it was one washer, with one washer in the run. Then you could do other things like highest distance traveled with washer dot lowest distance traveled. Yeah, you need about 8 or 10 data points in total. Now, when you get to the conclusion, was the hypothesis supported? Use data from analysis to support or not support or is inconclusive. This is typically a 5-sentence paragraph. Yeah, the last thing you're going to do is the final paragraph of your statement. And how that works is the last paragraph, analyze mistakes, notice trends. Does the investigation lead you to want to make a new test, and about what? I think that pretty much sums it up, guys. That's what that final paragraph is. Now, if you can find something in your research that would support this part particularly, that's really cool. Or you can make really good notices. As Dustin did his, Dustin changed his angle of his his wings, and he noted that it started to become unstable at a certain point. Is there an optimal stabilization point, and maybe refining the degree of measurement, the accuracy of the procedure, things to make your procedure better, things that you could do again, maybe with a more sophisticated tool. Those are all things we live to see in that final conclusion paragraph. That's all I got for you, and hope you're having a great day.